Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Bondan Mutahajjid. I'm from Pamulang University, semester 6, majoring in English literature. On this occasion, to fulfill my final semester assignment, I will analyze a fairy tale entitled Rapunzel. So, here we go. This analysis is entitled Analysis of Intrinsic and Psychological Elements in the Fairy Tale Rapunzel. First section, Intrinsic Element Analysis. Plot. Rapunzel fairy tale is a story with a forward plot. This can be seen from the beginning of the story, which tells about the queen of a kingdom who has just given birth, but the baby is kidnapped by a witch. Setting. Here there are two parts, namely setting and setting place. First one, time setting. Ancient in the time setting refer to the story in this section. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, the king and queen had a baby girl named Rapunzel. The beautiful baby Rapunzel had a very beautiful golden hair. The next, setting of the place. The first one is tower in the middle of the forest. The setting of the place is where Rapunzel has lived since she was kidnapped until now she is an adult. The setting of this place is seen in one of the sentences in the story, namely, so one day she kidnapped the baby Rapunzel and raised her in a tower in the forest. Royal Castle. The setting of this place is at the beginning of the story and the end of the story. Rapunzel is a royal princess, so in the beginning it is told in a kingdom of a king and queen who have a beautiful daughter. The setting of this place at the beginning of the story is in this sentence. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, the king and queen had a baby girl named Rapunzel. The beautiful baby Rapunzel had a very beautiful golden hair. While at the end of the story, there is a sentence that tells about Rapunzel returning to the kingdom assisted by Flynn. The sentence is, Flynn brought Rapunzel back to the royal castle. The king and queen rose to embrace their missing daughter. That night, the entire kingdom celebrated the return of the princess by launching hundreds of lanterns. The light that had led the princess home. And the next point is setting. The setting of this place is seen when Rapunzel sees a scene, namely a beautiful kingdom with a castle on it. Then when Rapunzel heads to the kingdom, when she passes through the city, Rapunzel's attention is distracted by a painting of the king and queen with a beautiful baby in the center of the city. The sentence is, in town, Rapunzel is attracted to the painting of the king, queen, and their baby known as the lost princess. The next, boat. The setting of this place is the most beautiful place that Rapunzel has ever seen. Since she still lives in the tower with Gothel, Rapunzel always hopes to see up close see up close the light that come from the lantern that are flowed by the people of the kingdom. Until when she fled, Flynn kept his promise to show the light that come from the lantern. By riding a boat, Rapunzel witnessed the beauty that she had always dreamed of. This setting can be seen in this sentence. Flynn rowed Rapunzel out to view the floating lights, which were actually lanterns. And the next section that include in the intrinsic element is theme. Here are three parts of this section that including of this fairy tale. The first one is romance. We can know the romantic theme after reading this story. Flynn, who was originally looking for a hiding place, finally met Rapunzel and went on an adventure together. As they spend more time together, the two begin to love each other. That feeling is explained in the story in the section where Flynn and Rapunzel are in the boat together while watching the light of the lantern in the sky. The sentence was, "Then the couple gazed into each other's eyes. They were falling in love." And the second, adventure. Since there was an agreement between Flynn and Rapunzel, Rapunzel will return Flynn back if Flynn invites Rapunzel to see the lamp she has been dreaming of all the time. From then on, they both left the tower and headed for the city. We can find the theme of this adventure for the first time in the sentence. Rapunzel and Flynn enjoyed their adventure, but they were being chased. Mother Gothel was looking for them. And the third point is family. From the beginning of the story, we can already know that Rapunzel's story has a family theme. Seen at the beginning, it is told that in a kingdom there is a king and queen who have a beautiful daughter, Rapunzel, who has later kidnapped by the witch Gothel because she knew that Rapunzel's golden hair had the power that the witch Gothel wanted. This theme can also be seen from the end of the story, when Flynn brought Rapunzel to the kingdom to return to her parents, namely the king and the queen. At the end of the story, the sentence that describes the theme is, Flynn brought Rapunzel back to the castle. The king and queen rushed to embrace their lost princess. And the next section is point of view. Point of view in this story is the third point of view. The story is told by a narrator, so it is not told in one specific character point of view. Instead, it is written in third person, so that reader can get the perspective of all the characters involved in the story. And then next, we will discuss about the character of this story. And the first one, of course, is the main character of the story. It is Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a young, beautiful girl sentenced to live in the tower. The evil witch didn't let her go out, so the only person she knew was the witch. When the prince appeared, she fell in love with him, but the witch didn't approve of their love. She cut her hair off and decided to keep her forever locked in the tower. Luckily, Rapunzel managed to run away and find her prince, who was blinded by the witch. Rapunzel healed her prince's eyes with her tears, and they live happily ever after. She is an 18 years old girl, long blonde or golden hair, which is showing the goodness in her, opposite to Mother Gothel. The antagonist of this story who has raven black hair. Rapunzel has big green eyes, symbolizing innocence, growth, harmony, nature, healing power, endurance, and safety. She wears a lilac color dress throughout most of this story. This shows royalty or foreshadowing her true self, ambition, wisdom, independence, romance, creativity, and magic. Her personality is playful, adventurous, determined, and creative. And the next character is Gothel. In the story, Mother Gothel plays as one of the major antagonists of the story. Mother Gothel poses as a motherly figure toward Rapunzel from the day she was kidnapped from the kingdom, but only because of Gothel's selfish purpose. Gothel was originally an old lady with gray hair and wrinkled skin. However, comes to the discovery of the magic flower and Rapunzel's power, she rejuvenates to a young and beautiful woman, and with only time, her true self is shown again. As her young form, Mother Gothel has a raven black curly hair and is lean with big gray, evil eyes. These features strongly help to portray her evilness and indicate that she has the opposite appearance to Rapunzel, who has blonde, long straight hair, which help to portray the Gothel is not Rapunzel's real mother. She wears a red dress throughout the story. This symbolizes power, danger, and desire, as well as black cloak in the night, which symbolizes evil force. The clothes portray very strong traits of the Mother Gothel. The next character is Flynn. Flynn is a handsome young man who fell in love with Rapunzel when he heard her sing. In his intention to meet her, he ends up blind and searched for his Rapunzel for years. He wandered the world until he found her again, and he recognized her by her beautiful voice. Flynn's appearance is screams masculinity. He is mostly seen blues, intelligent, confidence, and seriousness. White, goodness, safeness, and faithfulness. Brown, masculinity and stability. He is of an average height and build with short, dark brown hair that falls into his eyes and screenery goat. He is around the age of 24. And next, section 2 is an analysis of psychological elements. Rapunzel's story tells of a princess who was kidnapped by an evil witch to take advantages of the princess' power. Gothel, the witch who kidnapped Rapunzel, becomes a foster mother who takes care of her by emotionally abusing Rapunzel by hiding her evil and selfishness in message conveyed implicitly in a soft tone of voice. Mother Gothel did this to convince Rapunzel that it was a form of love between mother and child. It becomes interesting when scenes about emotional violence against children are shown in animated films full of color and interesting pictures. And the next part is emotional violence in children. Emotional abuse is a relatively new subsection in this discussion of violence against children. In addition to emotional violence, there are several other terms used to refer to the same topic, including psychological violence, emotional abuse, or emotional maltreatment, and psychological abuse or psychological maltreatment. However, of all the exciting terms, emotional violence is the most frequently used. Okay, that's all for me. Sorry, there are still many mistakes in speaking and conveying. I hope you can understand what I'm said, and may you be spared from a various disease. Thank you so much for your all attention. See you later. Goodbye. To fulfill my final assignment, Gothel played as one of the major antagonists of the Oh.